Stop settling for close enough when it comes to your designs. Color is the heartbeat of your brand, and today we're turning you into a Canva color expert. In this special video, I've stitched together 3 of my most essential tutorials to take the guesswork out of your workflow. We're going from I like that color to I own that color by showing you exactly how to hunt down any hex code in seconds. From there, we're fast-tracking your branding by generating full professional palettes straight from your favorite images. And to wrap it all up, we're leveling up your aesthetic with the ultimate guide to masterfully blended gradients. Whether you're building a brand from scratch or just looking to polish up your social media game, these 3 steps are your new secret weapon. Let's get into it. Stop wasting your time trying to eyeball colors or using clunky third-party browser extensions that barely work. You are about to learn the fastest way to pull an exact hex code from any image using Canva, and stick around until the end because I'm going to show you a hidden shortcut that saves these colors to your brand kit automatically, so you never have to hunt for them a second time. The reason you struggle to match colors manually is that your monitor and your eyes often deceive you. A shade that looks like a standard navy blue might actually have subtle undertones of green or gray that you can't see without technical data. When you guess a color, your final design ends up looking amateur because the tones clash. Digital images are built on specific 6-digit alphanumeric strings called hex codes. And if you do not have that exact string, your branding will never look consistent across different platforms. Let's get this fixed right now. Open your browser and go straight to Canva. Click that purple Create a Design button in the top right corner. Do not just pick a random template. Instead, select Custom Size and enter 100 by 50 pixels. This creates a tiny workspace that forces you to stay focused on the image and the color palette without a bunch of cluttered design elements getting in your way. Once your blank canvas is open, go to the Uploads tab on the left sidebar. Drag your image from your computer and drop it right into that window. Click the image to place it onto your canvas and stretch it out so the color you want to steal is clearly visible. Now to extract the code, you need to trigger Canva's color engine. Click on the background of your design or add a simple square shape from the Elements tab. When you do this, a small colored icon appears in the top toolbar. Click that color tile, then click the plus sign that says Add a new color. Look closely for the eyedropper icon next to the hex code box. Click that eyedropper and your mouse becomes a magnifying lens. Hover over the specific pixel of the image you want, click it, and look back at that color menu. That 6-digit code sitting in the box is your prize. You can now copy that code and paste it into any other software or keep it for your brand guidelines. Here is the pro tip I promised. If you are doing this for a business, do not just copy and paste the code into a sticky note. While you have the color selected, click the 3 dots on the color palette and select Add to Brand Kit. This locks the color into your permanent Canva library, so it is waiting for you every time you open a new project. Picking the right colors for a design shouldn't feel like a guessing game where you spend 20 minutes moving a little circle around the color wheel just to find a shade of blue that doesn't look terrible. You probably have a great photo already, but when you try to match your text or shapes to it, everything looks slightly off or amateur. This happens because our eyes are easily tricked by lighting and shadows in a photo, making it almost impossible to manually pick the true vibe of an image just by looking at it. I'm going to show you how to pull a professional palette directly from your images in seconds using a hidden tool inside Canva. And if you stick around until the end, I will show you a trick to save these colors so you never have to repeat these steps for future projects. The reason your designs often feel disconnected is that photos contain thousands of individual pixels with different hex codes. When you guess a color, you are usually picking a flat version that doesn't actually exist in the natural gradients of your image. This creates visual friction. Using an automated extractor ensures that every element you add to your page shares the exact DNA of your background image, which is the fastest way to make a cheap design look like it was made by a high-end agency. To get started, open your Canva project and make sure your image is already on the canvas. If you haven't picked one yet, just grab any high-quality photo from the Elements tab and drop it into your design. Now look at the sidebar on the far left side of your screen. You need to scroll down past the standard buttons like Elements and Text until you see the icon labeled Apps. Click on that and you will see a search bar at the top of the menu. Type in the words Get Palette. You are looking for a specific app with a purple icon. Click it to install it into your sidebar. Once the app is open, you need to select the image on your canvas first so the tool knows what it is looking at. With the image highlighted, look back at the left panel and click the button that says Get Color Palette. It will instantly break down the photo into its core components. You can choose to add just the main dominant color, or you can click the button to add the entire palette to your design. This will drop a series of color squares onto your page that you can then use to style your fonts, borders, and icons. Now, here is the time-saving trick I promised. Instead of just leaving those color squares on your page, click on any element, go to the color picker, and you will see these new colors listed under Document Colors. If you have a pro account, you should immediately right-click these and add them to your brand kit. This means the next time you start a fresh project, those specific colors will be waiting for you in your side menu without you ever having to open the app or upload the original photo again. Stop trying to make your designs pop by using just one flat, boring color. It makes your graphics look amateur and dated. You want that professional, modern look you see on high-end social media posts, and the secret is using two colors instead of one. In the next 3 minutes, I am going to show you exactly how to blend two colors in Canva to create a perfect gradient. Stick around until the end because I have a specific pro tip on how to save these custom color blends so you never have to manually rebuild your brand colors again. The reason your designs usually look off when you use standard colors is because real life isn't flat. If you look at a sunset or even a smartphone screen, the light changes from one side to the other. When you use a single solid background, it feels heavy and stagnant. Beginners often get stuck because they think they need to upload a special image to get a two-tone effect, but the tool is actually hidden right inside your standard color panel. Let's get into the fix. Open up your Canva project and click directly on the page background or the specific shape you want to change. Look at the top toolbar and click on the background color box. Instead of scrolling through the default solid colors, look for the plus sign that says Add a new color. This is where most people stop, but you need to look right below the solid color hex code. You will see an option labeled Gradient. Click that, and Canva will automatically generate a starting blend for you. Now, you need to customize it. You will see 2 or more color circles under the Style section. Click on the first color circle and pick your main shade. Once that is set, click on the second color circle and choose a complementary shade to go with it. You can even add a third or fourth color if you want to get fancy. Right below those color circles, you can choose the gradient style. This lets you decide if the colors flow left to right, top to bottom, or even out from the center in a circle. Pick the one that fits your layout best. Since you stayed this long, here is the time-saving trick I promised. Once you create a gradient you love, don't just leave it there. Scroll down to your brand kit or your document colors and right-click that new gradient to add it to your Start folder. This way, you can apply your signature two-color blend to any new project with one click instead of guessing the colors every single time.